Rock on me. But yeah, Jess, let's go to the channel. Hold on. Shout out to y'all boys on Twitch. If you on YouTube, just pull up on Twitch because it's full screen. Y'all could just pull up and see.
This video, we're gonna be.
I don't know though, because I might get copyrighted, but I don't care, man. Just keep the full screen. I don't want to put this one.
After his house was broken into.
But we might keep this one then. We might keep this one. Nah, I'm gonna keep the other one.
Fulton County Jail.
All right, chat. We keep this one right here.
Range from aggravated assault, possession of a firearm, pointing or aiming a gun at another person, and tampering with evidence. A total of 13 charges with damn near half being felonies.
But yeah, my fault. Rod Wave arrested for, you feel me? His girlfriend Benz on camera, chat. Rod, bro. I know heart's been broke so many times. You feel me? But gang, that's not the way to go about it. Hey, innocent until, you know what I mean? But come on, gang. That's crazy allegations. That's some giddy allegations, bro. Come on, gang.
Left fans wondering what the hell happened.
What the hell happened?
Like Rod Wave's affidavit, and according to the arrest affidavit, on May 13th, officers executed a search warrant at Rod Wave's.
But we gonna go to that Flacco after though.
14,000 square foot, 3-acre mansion that last sold in 2024.
W house though. W house.
Specifically, detectives wanted the home security footage. They believe the video recordings contain evidence of a previous burglary turned shooting that took place at the residence. Recovering the recording device they sought, detectives found footage from April 21st. Reviewing the footage, the master bedroom window was broken, indicating someone broke into Rod Wave's house, but video from the 2 days before wasn't there. Rod Wave sent this realtor to check on the home, and she could be seen on surveillance video walking around the garage courtyard before leaving and returning with another realtor. They take pictures of the residence and open the garage door where a Mercedes G-Wagon parked. They were not seen taking anything from the home and eventually left.
I don't got nothing to say, man. Say 90 Jake, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I got mad at Flacco for this. It's only 10 minutes though. That better be the only ad, gang. Just watch my ads though, chat. If y'all watching, y'all know what's the word like.
Andrews can be seen pulling up in a BMW. Shortly after, Rod Wave and an unknown associate would pull up in an SUV. Rod and his associate could be seen carrying bags and what appeared to be a box from the residence while his girlfriend followed. While the surveillance footage had no audio, it appeared to detectives that Rod Wave was arguing with his girlfriend. She could be seen yelling at Rod, who in return pulled out a Glock 20 10mm pistol from under his left arm, opening fire at his girlfriend's G-Wagon that he bought her for Christmas. The same G-Wagon posted on her Instagram. Detectives would count Rod shot 14 times until the weapon was empty. 11 bullets would strike the G-Wagon, 1 round struck Rod's Rolls Royce, and 1 round struck a wall, while the 14th bullet was never recovered. While Rod was shooting, his associate was unfazed as if he knew it was going to happen. He just continued to place things from the house inside of the SUV. Rod's girlfriend, on the other hand, dug down and ran inside of the house in fear. She'd then run from the house to a nearby neighbor, call her mother, telling her Rod Wave shot her car up, and telling her mom to call 911. Rod could then be seen on camera running through the front of the yard as detectives believed he was now panicking, knowing his girlfriend went to the neighbors to call the police. Rod's associate would also seem to panic as they both jumped into the SUV, but their exit was blocked by Mini Barbie's BMW. With Rod Wave driving, he'd reverse into the BMW in an attempt to push it out of the way, leaving his tires spinning. Pulling back up to the garage, Rod's associate would shut the garage door to prevent the shot-up G-Wagon from being seen. Rod would get out of the SUV while on the phone, and his associate would begin collecting shell casings. Rod would attempt to drive around the BMW, but ended up striking a staircase and blowing out his front.
Yo, chat, is he saying this like factual? That's what they saw in the video? Allegedly, like what the hell? Like what, bro? This sound like a movie, bro. They get in the showcases and everything. Like what the hell?
With Rod Wave driving, he'd reverse into the BMW in an attempt to push it out of the way, leaving his tires spinning. Pulling back up to the garage, Rod's associate would shut the garage door to prevent the shot-up G-Wagon from being seen.
That's crazy.
Rod would get out of the SUV while on the phone, and his associate would begin collecting shell casings.
That's
Rod would
crazy.
attempt to drive around the BMW, but ended up striking a staircase and blowing out his front tire, disabling the SUV. Getting out, Rod would grab shell casings near the windshield wipers, throwing them onto the stairs before calling someone else on his phone. Rod would lock the SUV, lock up the house, and leave through the back of the residence. Detectives would locate a damaged backyard fence, leading them to believe 300-pound Rod Wave broke the fence while escaping through the back. Detectives were now confident they had video evidence, clearly showing Rod and his associate working together to alter the scene of the shooting, and later discovered Rod contacted his bodyguard to pick them up from the scene to avoid apprehension, while taking evidence from the scene to make it appear Rod was never there and no crime happened other than a burglary. Due to this information, probable cause was found to arrest Rod Wave on charges of aggravated assault, pointing or aiming a firearm at another person, 2 counts of possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, 2 counts of reckless conduct, 2 counts of criminal damage to property, 2 counts of obstruction of law enforcement, 2 counts of tampering with evidence, and conspiracy to commit a felony. Now, I don't think it's all that one of the top.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all seeing mad stuff there, but it's all from the same situation though. So he might get found guilty for a few of them, and might not for a few of others. But yo, sheesh, Raw Wave, bro. Chat, I want to see if Jake know how long he gonna get like in between, because you know Jake be knowing like all
this. Making emotional music, reacted emotionally to someone breaking into his mansion.
Damn,
but to shoot the shit out of his girlfriend G-Wagon is a little bit over the top. But we don't know if she was bitching his ear off on the phone and he just snapped. At the end of the day, he bought the car, most likely owns the car, and he didn't cause her actually any harm aside from what? Stress? The paperwork never stated he aimed
trauma,
or threatened her with it, even though that's what he's been charged with. But Rod has Drew Findling behind him. You know, Dirk's lawyer, Young Boy's lawyer, meaning this shit is about to go away with a quickness, but Rod's girlfriend will play an important role. On the night the burglary took place, police responded to the mansion after receiving reports of a domestic dispute, with witnesses hearing yelling and screaming. Minnie Barbie was outside crying, as she was the one that discovered the home had been broken into, with the safe in the basement being dragged across the floor before being emptied. The investigation revealed bullet casings, bullet holes, 2 shot-up luxury vehicles, a handgun, a broken window by the pool, and a hammer in a nearby bush. The scene resembled a fucking shootout, leaving detectives wondering what actually took place, which led to the search warrant for the surveillance video. Now, Drew Findling would comment, only saying there is no truth to the charges, Rod Wave was a victim to a burglary, and committed no crimes. How he was even charged as a result of the situation is incomprehensible, and this will absolutely be resolved in favor of Rod Wave.
Chat, bro. What is y'all thinking though? Like, gang, hold on.
Comment on the alleged surveillance video that's been recovered.
Hold on.
But eventually, that argument will come. Now, I find it highly disrespectful, being a big guy myself, that detectives assume Rod Wave broke the backyard fence by jumping over it. And if they had that on video, I ain't gonna lie, that shit would've went viral. Seeing Rod Wave.
Yo, that's gonna go viral. Yo, chat. I didn't want to make that joke when I heard it, but yo, that's gonna go viral though, chat. Like, imagine. I don't doubt it though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't doubt it.
To hear that this happened,
I don't doubt it.
The detectives are alleging they have the video of him pulling out the gun, shooting up the car, and then covering up everything that took place. I'll say this. If a crime was committed, it isn't as serious as what he's been charged with. And if you've ever been locked up, you might have heard of the spaghetti effect. When you throw a plate of spaghetti at the wall, it slaps, it starts to come down, and eventually the majority of the shit hits the floor while a couple of things are still standing. And that's what I think is going to happen with these charges. He's been hit with a bunch of charges.
Yeah, that's what I said, bro.
But I think that his lawyer is going to pick them apart strategically in a manner in which, you know, maybe he gets probation, maybe he gets time served, community service, whatever. I don't know the statutes in Georgia, but firing a gun, discharging a firearm in public is a misdemeanor in Florida. The South has lenient laws. You know, the 4th of July, people just shoot guns off and shit. Maybe his lawyer will go that route. At the end of the day, he fired into something that he bought.
His property, yeah.
And if you're a YouTuber and you're shooting guns on your property at shit you own, it's not that big of a deal, you know what I mean? But that's gonna be something for his lawyer to figure out. I don't think he caused harm or threatened his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think that if your home gets broken into, your safe gets ran through and empty, we don't know how much money he lost. You're gonna be pissed, right?
I don't know though,
lost some shit worth more than that fucking G-Wagon, and he was like, you know what? Fuck your car, because I just lost all this shit. And he did what he did, allegedly. We don't know. We're just the bystanders that are gonna sit back and see what the fuck happens with this case, and the fact that he has one of the best lawyers, and again, this isn't some federal shit, and Rod Wave is not a felon. He can legally have the gun that he had. It's another important piece of information. As far as trying to cover up his tracks and, you know, taking the shell casings and this and that, look, we're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. He's already out on bond. I highly doubt he's stressing the shit. I mean, bro, if you got a $9 million mansion and you can afford to shoot into a G-Wagon and a Rolls Royce, I'm pretty sure he's not stressing this. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. Until next time.
But yeah, chat. We good. Let's go.